Sean Payton was out last season due to Bountygate. This home opener, they seem pretty strong. I mean, there were a few miscues, but at the same time, you really can only expect so much, after being away for an entire season from Coach Payton. And also add to that the addition of Rob Ryan on defense. How do you think, after this week's performance, how do you think this shapes up for the Saints season overall?
Well, I feel a lot better about it because I think one of the big questions was the defense, how they would adapt to Rob Ryan's coaching. But I think what you saw on Sunday was the defensive mindset. The players are that in that attacking mode that they used to have with Greg Williams, and the Steve Spagnuolo mindset was more of an analyze things, let things come to you, read and react. While I believe Rob Ryan's defense is just go for it, strike him, and I think they did a great job of that. You had people flying to the ball. You had a really good pass rush from the up front guys because they didn't blitz a whole lot, and so I think overall it was a very good defensive performance.
Yeah, you always throw in the fumble caused by Malcolm Jenkins and also the game-saving interception by Roman Harper. So it seems like they're shaping up pretty good on that side of the ball. Now you look at the offense, and Drew Brees comes out there. He throws 357 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. For the first week performance, it's a very good start for Drew Brees. And do you think he'll continue, or do you think it's just to the point now where it's almost like second nature to him, or do you think he'll still get better?
He is where he should be, and I think the Saints fans should take great confidence in the fact that he's going to put up 30 points a game. His defense his offense is finely tuned. He's got great new additions. And I put away my whistle a long time ago, so I shouldn't jump in with those hoodads who complain about, Mark Ingram should run it up the middle on short yardage. Leave Sproles for outside. I'll say the same things and throw up my hands during the game. You got a 4th down and a half a yard, and you run Sproles up the middle instead of Pierre or Ingram. But hey, Sean Payton gets paid a lot more money than I do for making those decisions, and so I'll defer to his expertise.
If you had the opportunity, what would you change as far as outside attacks or inside running, maybe trick plays?
Saints fans are blessed to have Payton with the Saints, calling the plays. I mean, you didn't see a lot of that last year. There was some inconsistency. You saw Drew Brees trying to force passes into double or triple coverage. Drew Brees took it upon himself to do a little too much last year, to take more of the load when he doesn't have to do that when he's got Payton in his ear. So I think Payton knows what to call. He'll give you a little daring now and again. But I think right now, just sit back, watch enjoy the offense, enjoy the new players, and just keep your fingers crossed on defense that they'll continue to get better under Ryan.
Marcus Colston broke the all-time record for the Saints for most receptions, which was previously held by Eric Martin. Now, as a former Saints employee and also a fan, that is huge to break Eric Martin's record.
Absolutely, Eric Martin was in my era. I mean, he was with the team the entire time that I was with the Saints, with Jim Moore in '86 to '96. So I respected the heck out of him. Colston is a same type of receiver, although he's what you call a possession receiver. He's not a guy that you expect to get downfield, although he does get downfield. He's got deceptive speed. He's big. He's a great target. And again, you've got several more years of him, knock on wood. And I think he's a great pro. He's a good person. We haven't talked about, when you talk about the Saints, you don't often talk about, or fans don't look at the character part of it. But having been in the draft room and having been on the personnel side where you make decisions on people, the character aspect is so important. The guys that don't go to the big schools, but they have the P's and the Q's, they have the skills, and they have the smarts, and they're good people. So I think that's one great thing that Peyton and Mickey and all the way up to Tom Benson have done is put a premium on character guys, and that'll take you a long way.
And moving on to next week's game, the Bucs, they came up short this past Sunday against the Jets. Levante David had a late hit call in the fourth quarter, which set up the Jets for a game-winning field goal. Now, being that the Falcons were our bitterest rivals, as most people call them, the Bucs are definitely a close second. And since we're going into Tampa Bay, how much motivation do you think the Bucs will have to perform much better than they did this past Sunday?
Oh, you always fear a wounded animal, and especially at home. And Tampa's going to be loaded for the Saints. There's no question about it. Tampa has played the Saints very well recently. So if anybody thinks the Saints are going to go in there and run over the Bucs, they're sadly mistaken. I personally think the Saints are better than the Bucs in a lot of areas, but you know it's not who you play, it's when you play them. And you play you go into Tampa, you play a team that for whatever reason probably should have won the game last week. They didn't. Could have won the game, but you play them. They have something to prove. And again, they know the Saints personnel. It's like a family feud almost. You know, like the Falcons. It's a family feud. It's an NFC South feud, and they're going to be ready for them. So it'll be a good game. I think the Saints are better. If they don't cough up the ball, make a lot of stupid mistakes, then they should prevail.
The Saints will go to Tampa Bay at 3 p.m. on Sunday. And Mr. Miller, thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, Daniel. Thank you very much.